Hi guys, welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm Veronica and Brittany is out tonight. So I'm going to be here by myself spilling all the tea with Miss Jean Keefe. Hi Miss Jean.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. So guys, for anyone that has been in the foster care system at any time, Jean is here and she's going to tell you about her organization, which is a great organization. So I want you guys to listen as Ms. Jean tell you more about her organization.
Right. So my name is Jean Keefe and I'm with Lutheran Services, Carolinas. And I've worked with people in foster care for years. And so anyway, about 2 years ago, I put together a program called Transitional Living for young adults. And it works with people who were, if you spent any time at all in foster care, it doesn't matter whether it was 3 weeks or a month or 6 months or 4 years or however long it was. If you're between the ages of 18 and 25 and you've now on your own and you find yourself in a situation where you need some case management services, this is not going to be one of those things where you sign yourself back in foster care. I'm with Lutheran Services Carolinas. We don't have anything to do with DSS in this program. So I don't want you to be afraid about getting caught back up in the DSS system or anything like that. We will sign you up in the program. We will set up a care plan for you that you want to achieve. Could be trying to get a house, get a job, could be going back to college, could be just taking a test for college. A lot of times people start studying for tests for college or SAT or whatever, and they don't ever do it. And so we can help you with any number of things to help you get back into the community and get into an apartment and be independent again. We want that for you. A lot of people are couch surfing that were in foster care before, and that or they are homeless, and in this cold weather I wouldn't want anybody to be homeless. Right. And so the program again is called Transitional Living for young adults, and if you're between the ages of 18 and 25, we will do case management services. And my name is Jean Keefe, Keefe, and my telephone number to contact is 843-601-1243.
And of course, I will have the information at the bottom of the screen so you guys can call Ms. Jean if you have any other questions. Now, I do have a question. As far as, you said it's from ages 18 to 25?
Correct. Okay,
and as far as money-wise go, because they're thinking they have to pay for something, or how does that go? Is this a free?
It is free. What happened was I wrote up a program, and through the Lutheran churches, we had a capital campaign. It was called the Love One Another campaign, and this was one of the programs that they set up for us to run. So we have money for you to get into housing. We have money for if you need some more clothes or something for a job interview. We also have people at the Lutheran churches who are willing to mentor you with like banking information and stuff like that if you need help with that. So if we've got any number of things we can do to help you get ready and back up and running.
Okay, and this is for anyone that was ever in the foster.
Anybody who was ever in the foster care system, even if it was just for a little while, even if it was just like for overnight and you got placed with a relative right after then, we have established this money and set it aside to help pay for apartments and housing and stuff like that. Now we can only do it for a couple of months and then you have to take over, but until you get on your own, we will help with paying with the electric bill and the water and whatever we need to do in order to help you get substantiated in your apartment.
So how because a lot of people want to be very secretive about stuff that they do. So how confidential is
It's totally confidential. In fact, you sign a confidentiality agreement with me where I can't give out the information. We do collect statistical data, only your age, and there's a pre-test that we have you do and a post-test that we have you do. It's not anything except just your living skills and what you know and what you don't know. So we kind of have an idea where your starting point is and where your ending point should be. Okay. So all of that, it is totally, you have to be totally in agreement of it. There's, like I said, a confidentiality agreement we sign. We don't release your data or any of your information or to anybody. The only thing we do is we do collect data so that in case we run across some federal money later on, we can submit data showing that this program works.
Right. Okay, because you know, a lot of people are afraid to get caught back up in the system. And like you said, you all are not a part of DSS.
No, we are not a part of DSS, and we will not give any data to them. The data we would use would be what we call raw data with no names attached to it. It would only be, you know, like your age and maybe your race and you know, whether you're male or female, so just so we can say what the population is who needs this service.
Okay. And it's good that you come with this information, because a lot of times we don't know about this stuff.
Right.
And people just don't hand it to us for free.
Right.
You know, the information.
Oh, I know. And I could see, I started doing a lot of work through the research when I wrote the program. I kind of knew people were kind of in trouble after they left foster care, but as I did research and I helped do what they call a point-in-time count, every state does a point-in-time count, and in Columbia, the Midlands, United Way does it, and so they count the homeless. It's sort of like a census for the homeless, point-in-time count. And so I did that and ran across a lot of homeless foster kids in the Columbia area during that time. So I knew there had to be some people in the PD area as well who had, you know, gone home and realized things weren't great there and they needed a little bit of help. So that's why I wrote the program, and then we raised the money. We're hoping there will be grant money. Other states like Connecticut have been able to get HUD money to pay for the program. But you got to prove you do what you say you do first.
Right, got you.
That's where the data comes in, you know, the age and the sex of the person and the race and that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, it is a good thing that you all are starting them out as far as paying for housing when they start off, or you know, the electric bill and the water bill and things of that sort. And as far as Medicaid, did you mention something?
I don't think I told you about that. Everybody who was in foster care is eligible for Medicaid up till 25. It may be 26. I'm not real sure right now. But in order to be able to get that Medicaid, you've got to renew it every year. And if you don't live in the same place you lived 6 months ago, then your Medicaid letter is going to go to that address, and you're not going to know that you can refile for your Medicaid. And we'll do that. We'll help you sign up for your Medicaid. This is foster care Medicaid. This is not like Medicaid that you sign up for if you're pregnant or whatever like that, because that only has to do with you, the mother and the baby or whatever. This is Medicaid, like foster care Medicaid, that covers everything.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So, and you know, insurance is expensive.
Yes, it is.
So if you have to
drink on that.
I know. So if you have to be responsible for paying for your health care, health care is really expensive, and that's a benefit that they get. They also have got all kind of money to get them in college. That's available, you know, right on up now, because the Keefe Foundation, they're actually out of Washington, has always been on the cutting edge of doing things for independent living skills for foster kids. And so they have a lot of information. So if you go to casey.org, you can find out a lot of information about services as well.
Now, Casey, that's like K-A-C?
No, C-A-S-E-Y.
Okay.
Thank you for getting me to .org.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they're an organization that has committed herself for years and years and years to help foster kids. And you probably did a Casey Independent Living Skills Assessment when you were at DSS, and we actually use that too because they go on up in age too, and they're real easy. You just they ask what you can do as far as washing your clothes and taking care of a house and money management and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So. And you all have people to help them, like money, finances, and all that stuff.
We do. And we have people through the churches who have said, come forward. When I was going around and raising money for the program, I was speaking to groups at churches, at mostly Lutheran churches, and so they were all like, bankers and stuff like that. And so they were like, we'd love to mentor somebody, Okay. There's also another program that we may look into getting into in maybe about 6 months. We're just going to, wait and see. And it's through Casey too. And what we do is we sign up with a specific bank, and we bank at BB&T, our agency does. And so then this hasn't been done yet, okay, but it's a program that we're looking at, where they would get an incentive to keep their bank account at a certain level.
Okay.
Like that the bank would the money actually comes from Casey. And so
these are some good programs.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah. It's just about getting connected up with it, And everybody has a tough time out here, And just because you're in foster care, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Listen, we all have our different stories. Nobody's got a perfect life. And so, it's okay to ask for help, and it isn't getting back in the system. It's not none of that.
Right.
So whatever you need. I mean, I helped a young lady through the holidays stay at a hotel because I just didn't want her to be out in that cold weather and homeless. So anyway, until I could get her into an apartment. So yeah.
Well, this is a great organization, a great program, you guys. So if you are someone have ever been in foster care, and you are between the ages of 18 and 25, make sure you call Jean Keefe at 843-601-1243. And Ms. Jean, what's the name of your organization?
It's Lutheran Services Carolinas, and I actually live in the PD area, and I work out of my home, so I'll be right here available for you guys to come out. I'll come out to you, or a case manager will come out to you and sign you up for everything, or we can go to a coffee shop where there's Wi-Fi and take our computers and sign you up for whatever we need to sign you up for.
Okay. Great program, you guys. So a lot of information came from Miss Jean tonight. A lot of organizations and programs, I should say, that's out there that we don't know about. So once again, if you or someone have been in foster care, please contact Miss Jean so that she can take care of you. Don't be afraid to reach out. Like, this is what this program is for.
It was built for this. For those people who don't have somebody to call back, don't have a parent or somebody that they can really depend on, and they were in foster care at one point, then we want to be that person that they can call and depend on to help get on the right track.
Right. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Ms. Jean, for coming and
sharing.
Thank
you for having me.
This awesome information. Like, this is great information.
It is.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for Tangy Tea of Life. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you go to our email, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Leave comments, topic suggestions. If you would like to come on the show, please feel free to leave all your contact information right there at tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. And please subscribe and leave comments below, guys. All right, see you next time. Bye.
That was good.
Thank you.
You're so easy to talk with.